So, welcome to the fifth lesson. This is a very special sketch with watercolor, color pencil, wax crayons, acrylic paint, and gold paint, and acrylic gouache paint. So, very special cup. And it's a very beautiful Japanese cup with a lot of fine details, so don't make the sketch too small. My previous cup was a bit too small, and so it's very difficult to make beautiful details. I first made drawing of the decorations of the cup in clear water, and then I add some indigo watercolor paint in it, and I let it flow a bit freely. And then for the flower, I first draw with watercolor pencil in the clear water to make a bit lighter washes in the clear water. And I try to imitate the very handicraft style free hand painting of this beautiful cup. But it's really tricky and not so easy. So I took this very fine lettering brush, synthetic lettering brush, to try to make some very fine details. I try not to trick myself in trying to make a very photographical painting of this beautiful cup, because it's so beautiful that I just get disappointed with myself if I try that. So here I want to address the fact that I don't like this painting very much and how it's going, and that most of the time a difficult thing with watercolor is that in the beginning it always looks a bit ugly. So you have to persist and just continue until you kind of like it. So that's why this adding other media like wax crayons and color pencils help me to get kind of faster over the fact that in the beginning a watercolor looks kind of ugly and the watercolor is not doing exactly what I would like it to do. So with adding other media to it, you kind of pass by that more quickly. So I'm trying this new acrylic paint I bought, and it's a very beautiful blue. And I'm adding this acrylic paint on a very watery surface because acrylic paint is quickly a bit too thick and not transparent. So I add it in a very watery surface on the paper. If you use acrylic paint, make sure to use a very strong synthetic brush and make sure to clean it very well in water before the paint dries, otherwise you can just throw your brush away. And here I use a very strong synthetic brush to erase a bit of the paint. And if you do that, make sure to use a strong synthetic brush. And as I find the painting a bit empty, I am making a golden background to it because this fits so perfectly well with the blue, I think. and I use an acrylic ink, so that means it's waterproof after it dries. And I use also acrylic gouache in the ink because I found the ink is too transparent. And as I don't like the brush strokes before it dries, I push a bubble wrap on the gold, which gives a lovely texture. And then I will leave it to dry, and I will make the shadowing in color pencil. I start a bit here while the surface is still a bit wet, so that's not a very good idea, but I just want to continue the video, so it's better to leave it to dry. And I will also do the shadows, the cast shadows on the table next to the cup, and I will go in all different directions. So to soften the edges of the watercolor wash for the shadows, I rub a wet synthetic brush on the edges of the shadow, and if you do that, please be careful not to damage your paper. So I used for the etching of the shadows indigo pencil, and again some purple pencil, color pencil, and I think this purple fits very well to the gold and to the blue. So if you want to splash, you better use a quite thick brush and really a lot of paint, and then you can splash, and you better use colors that you used in your painting if you want to splash. If you use new colors for the splashes, it will sometimes look a bit alien to your painting, and the splashes are quite nice to link different elements of your painting together. So here the splashes link the background to the cup. So I hope you're having fun, and I'm curious to see what you make. So please post your class project pictures in the class on the platform, and I look to all the class projects, and I'm always very happy to see what you make and to see what you experiment. And if you have questions, please ask them in the discussions or in the text of your class project, so I can help you.